Have you ever noticed how during the day you can be quotation mark good with food, but at night it feels like your brain just rebels? You find yourself in the kitchen searching for snacks, even if you weren't really hungry. But it's just something happens at night. You can be strong throughout the day, you can say no, you can eat clean, you can follow a diet plan, maybe even be on calorie deficit, like if you have a plan for calorie deficit, but then nighttime comes and something happens and you just can't stay strong. One reason, it's the survival response to restriction. Like I said, if you are on a diet plan and you are maybe restricting either certain foods or food in general, maybe you are eating, let's call it quotation mark, clean, then your brain goes into kind of like a survival mode. So your brain pushes you towards high calorie foods, sugar, carbs, or comfort food. Basically, what happens is because you think about like this, food is the primary source for survival. We need to eat to live, right? And when we go into calorie deficit, or when we try to restrict our food, or not only try, where we actually restrict our food, and I really actually want to say, you might even not be in a calorie deficit, but your attitude is, I shouldn't be eating this, I shouldn't be eating this, I shouldn't be eating this. So you are telling yourself that you're not allowed to eat. For the brain, it's like you are in survival mode, right? You are not allowed to have something that is important to be alive. So by the time it's evening, now your brain says, I really need to eat high calorie foods, that are sugary foods, or high calorie sort of dense foods, because I want to not to be like, or I want to do something about my survival instinct. I want to eat something because I don't know when I'm going to get that food again. And again, it does not mean that there is actually no food available. There is probably food available, but it's the brain can't really differentiate between reality and made up, I guess, scarcity. So put a word I'm looking for. Yeah, made up scarcity. Our brain can't differentiate it. It doesn't know that the supermarkets are full of food, and we're lucky enough, or a lot of people are lucky enough to be able to get that food. Uh, let's say almost at any time we wish. So as you see, has nothing to do with being weak. It's actually biology, and your brain is trying to keep you alive. So what do we need to do? We need to eat balanced meals during the day. So have a protein, have fats, fiber, so your body feels satisfied. Now, if you are trying to lose weight, this is a little bit more difficult, but what I have found personally, because I am also someone, I am on a fat loss journey. I am really trying to get to where I was before pregnancy, and I still have a little bit, around 2 kgs to lose. And as you know, the last 2 kgs, the last 5 kgs are hard. They're really hard because for the body, the body just doesn't want to do that anymore, right? And because I have lost already quite a bit of weight from the beginning of when I gave birth. So what I have found, what helps me is to eat slightly less calories during the day. I find I have my breakfast, and I can wait until lunchtime without a snack. Then I add, obviously have lunch, then I add a snack, and then I have a higher amount of calories for dinner, and then I still leave space for a snack after dinner before I go to bed, and it's protein, something yogurt or something like that. That helps me psychologically, but also physiologically. So there is actually more food in the evening to make me feel full, to make me feel satisfied. But I'm okay. Like in the morning, I personally have 3 eggs. I have half of an avocado and a teaspoon of olive oil. Yes, might sound funny, but I do find I do really well on high protein and sort of medium amount of fat. It works really the best for me. I feel the best that way. And if you don't want to eat that amount of, let's say, fat, absolutely fine, but just make sure that you do start your day with really good high amount of protein, because research shows that when participants of this test, when they ate more protein in the morning, it helped them to reduce their hunger throughout the day, and they were less hungry than throughout the day, and therefore they were able to consume less calories. So do start your day with protein. If that helps you, you can try it out. You can leave more calories through for the evening, but please, really important here, because that's the other reason why we start feeling really ravenous at nighttime at times. You don't want to skip meals, because when you skip meals, you get way too hungry. We don't want to get way too hungry. A little bit of hunger is okay, we can manage that, but that's why I find having more protein, a little bit of more fat, helps me to kind of feel hunger without feeling ravenous. So I am able then to sustain that sensation. It's not heavy. It's not like oh my god, I really am starving, I really need to eat. It's just a sensation in the stomach. So we want to increase that amount of protein and have regular meals, whatever that is for you. That's really, really individual. If you do want help with that, do get in contact with me, Eugenia at Unlox'U.nz, and I do provide one-on-one coaching. So I will be able to support you to really adjust and do what works for you. Even a small snack mid-afternoon usually can help with those evening cravings. Maybe you're like me, you're able to have your breakfast a little bit later in the morning. So I kind of tend to eat around 9 or 10 o'clock, usually around 9. And then I can wait until 12, so it's 3 hours. It's a really reasonable amount of time. Then I have my afternoon snack around 3, and then I have my dinner around sort of 5 o'clock, and then I have another snack before going to bed. So that way I have really a regular amount of food, and my dinner is between 500 and 600 calories. So it's a decent amount of calories, and actually a really good amount of food, like quantity wise as well. ChatGPT can help you with that as well. I have talked about it before. Keep your meals nourishing, not just low calorie, but really food that makes you feel satisfied as well. Because a lot of the time, the reason why we want to eat food at nighttime is also because what we want is that satisfaction. Think about it like this. Have you ever eaten food? Let's say it was low calorie. Let's say a good example. Sometimes people make like an omelet with only egg whites, or maybe one full egg, and other than that, only egg whites. And they're full, but they don't feel satisfied. because the fat was missing. And the fat is quite often a really an important component to feel satisfied for a long time, and including protein as well. So you want to feel full, but you also want to feel satisfied after your meals. So make sure you eat balanced meals. Make sure that you don't skip meals. You have a regular food or food regularly, and keeping your meals nice and nourishing as well. So satisfying as well.